Welcome back to Hawk Talk Previews. I'm your host, Sedric Granger, and with spring on the horizon, it's time to play ball. Hawk Baseball returns to the diamond with the goal of making their second NEC tournament appearance in 3 seasons. And who better to preview the season with than the graduate student outfielder Jason Brown and head coach Danny Acosta. Thank you for joining me today. How are you both doing?
Good, doing good. Thank you, Sedric, for having us here.
Of course.
Doing very well.
Good. I'm glad to have you guys here. It's been great following along with the team, dating back all the way to fall now and seeing how you guys have progressed up to this point. So we're excited to take some time to preview the season a little bit and ask you all some questions about the squad going into it. So, Danny, first question I have for you is just a little bit about the culture of the team. You have a lot of newcomers coming in, also a lot of transfers coming in. So I want to ask you a little bit about the culture of the team.
Yeah, as you mentioned, we have practically overhauled the entire roster. So we have a lot of guys from different places, including the international arena. So the culture has been, mixing very well. I think, on my experience, it's one of the unique things that, we have achieved a great culture so quickly. It is good to see. It's good to see, and it is very conducive to great work.
Yeah, I mean, all throughout practices that I've gotten to see, and then also team bonding activities such as the volunteer events they did and the walk to end Alzheimer's, as well as We Build You Play, setting up the volleyball courts. It's been great seeing different combinations of guys, like meeting each other, greeting each other, connecting, sometimes over language as well. We have different guys speaking Spanish to each other, different guys speaking English, like back and forth. I think it's really cool to see that combo.
It is, like as you say, it's very fascinating to see, how these guys have been able to mix in and create sort of a brotherhood. And, as you mentioned, those activities have helped us, not only give the community, but give to ourselves, because give us the opportunity to interact, more outside of the baseball arena and academic arena.
And speaking of adding guys to the mix, you added a couple new coaches this year. Of course, we got former Delmarva Shorebird J.D. Mundy, who's coming in to help out with the staff, and then also Austin Hogue, and he paired with the return of Cole Doherty, who was the pitching coach from last year, returning into this year. So I want to ask you, what did those coaches bring to the program in your eyes, Danny?
Sure. I mean, Mundy, obviously, the professional experience is a great deal for us in baseball. Have that, level of expertise, on the hitting side of things, that brings a lot. In addition, that he was a Division I player and a Division I coach prior to coming here. Austin Hogue comes all the way from Oregon. He was the head coach for a few years on that side of the country, and so that's going to make a big impact, on our community within the baseball program. His experience will help me, see other things, that sometimes we need help with. And Coach Doherty, he's a word hog. I mean, he work. I love the man. He's always on the phone, hitting the recruiting trail. It's fascinating. He's has grown a lot as a pitching coach, and I believe he's the right man for the job.
And all of you have been putting in so much great work throughout the entire year at being able to recruit. I've seen you all traveling to all different parts of the United States, even outside the United States as well. So it's really, really impressive. Now moving to you, Jason, one thing that was really cool was getting to see your leadership abilities at the Maroon and Gray World Series. So for those who don't know, Maroon and Gray World Series is the fall ball for UMES Baseball. The team splits up into 2. There's a whole draft and everything. And then there were 2 players on the team that got to be managers, and one of them was Jason Brown. So JB, just talk to me a little bit about your experience getting to manage the Maroon side.
It was pretty fun, honestly. I mean, first and foremost, it's a privilege, and it's an honor to be one of the captains for the team and everything, because, I mean, that shows that the coaching staff has trust in you and everything, and also that the players look at you as a role model and a leader. So, I mean, I can do whatever I got to do to uplift everybody so we can get on the same page so we can compete at all levels.
Yeah, and it's great to see you excel at that leadership side, because during your preseason survey, when I asked what was your favorite part about being a baseball player, you talked about the opportunity to be good at everything.
Yes.
And you get to excel at leadership. You got to excel at many different areas throughout your career. But I want to ask you, so starting from when you were an Under Armour All-American in high school to where you're at now as a graduate student at UMES, how have you seen yourself grow well-rounded, Jason?
Definitely, I have seen myself grow. Because, I mean, obviously being in high school, I mean, I still had a lot of maturing to do. So now that I'm here at the college level, I kind of reached or surpassed that maturity level, but I still have maturity to accomplish at the same time.
Yeah, and do you have a goal specifically for this season in mind of what you want to accomplish with this final year?
I don't have any personal goals. I don't like setting personal goals, despite having the season that we had last year. So I want to focus on the team more. So let's win games.
I like that. No better way to focus on the team more than getting to be a manager and getting to be a leader of the squad. Great answer. And then back to you, Coach Acosta. One thing that I want to hear about is the impact players. So there's so many players. Of course, JB is going to make a big impact in the outfield. But who are some other names that the fans should know going into this year?
Yeah, well, I like to highlight JB. He's one of our most, unique player, because he brings a combination of speed and power. He's got a good arm, so he's a high defensive player. Hopefully this year he can put it together on the offensive side and just give us the complete package. But we have high expectation for him. Then moving on to other guys, Jonas Stepner coming from the West Coast as a transfer pitcher. We got great hopes on him. He's got good velocity, good command of his pitches. I think he's going to attack the strike zone pretty well. And then we added from Puerto Rico, even though he's coming from from another school as a transfer student, Diego Aponte. At first base has been his bat has been talking since he came here in the fall. So he's putting the ball in play and hitting the ball hard with power. So we're hopeful of him. I jokingly told him that we need about 18 home runs out of his bat. So, and he said he was going to give us more. So hopefully that is the case. But the entire roster is got a great mixture of good caliber players. So it's just a matter of everybody just starting to click in and play together as we are projecting, and see where it takes us.
Yeah, it's exciting to see all the lineup combinations that are there and seeing some of the new players and new faces for this upcoming season get to really work in as the schedule starts. And speaking of that schedule, we looked at it. There's some really exciting games that are coming up. One of the ones that stands out is the matchup against Bethune-Cookman. It's an HBCU showdown 4-game series at Jackie Robinson Ballpark in Florida. And if you don't know, that's the home of the Daytona Tortugas, which is the Cincinnati Reds affiliate, but it's also the first professional ballpark that Jackie Robinson played at in his professional career, or at least on the Major League Baseball side. So I want to ask you, Jason, what does it mean to be able to play a 4-game series at the same place that the great Jackie Robinson started off his professional career in MLB?
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, you're talking about is Jackie Robinson. Like, not even many people get the opportunity to play at that stadium. So it's like, when you ask me, I think of it as an opportunity to just do what you got to do and just play your ball. That's it.
Yeah, it's going to be exceptional, a great experience all around. And, Coach, I also want you to just talk a little bit about that game. I think it's going to be a really exciting season as well. Some other games that maybe stand out to you.
Well, to me, it's kind of going back home as I kind of started my collegiate career down at the Jackie Robinson with Bethune-Cookman as a volunteer back in the days. Then I worked with the Cubs when they were there for 3 years. So going back at the Jackie is a treat. I have many friends and family that are around that area, so they're going to definitely visit us when we're there. Cookman is going to be a great opponent. They have a great ball club. Their pitching is a standout pitching, so we just got to go to work and do what we have to do, and then take 1, 2, or 4 games. So that's the mission. But yeah, we start with VMI next week. I think that's going to be a tough opponent. They're a well-rounded team as well. I hear that they like the small ball, so we're preparing for it. And I mean, the entire season is we're going to take it one series at a time, one game at a time, one inning at a time, and I think that should be our mission to accomplish great things.
Yeah, and once again, UMES Hawk Baseball, they start off the season on Valentine's Day against VMI, and then, of course, an exciting schedule in Northeast Conference play. Delaware State, a big home series coming up this year, matchups against Norfolk State as well, so it should be an exciting schedule for UMES Baseball. Now, I got one final question for the both of you to close things out. I just want to ask about what is the last message or a message you have for all fans and all supporters of UMES Baseball about what to expect from the team in 2025?
I'd like JV to start with that one. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm going to just keep it short. To all the people that's been supporting us and that's been sticking to our side, like, from the darkest times from last season, like, we appreciate you guys and continue to be by our side, and everybody who hasn't been on our side, once you start seeing us winning games and we start doing good things, just stay over on the side you were at.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I want the people just to not focus on what happened last year. Everybody has to move on, and I think these guys have worked hard to put that behind us, and these guys are fantastic students. Our GPA was raised to 343 as a team, and I told them, they already set the bar. It has to be higher or stay the same. But yeah, just to look at us for the entire picture and not for one thing only. We're moving forward, and we're gonna put a good show this year.
Yeah, Hawk Baseball moving forward into 2025. You just got to hear from head coach Danny Acosta as well as Jason Brown, outfielder for the UMES Hawks. And make sure to follow UMES Baseball, UMES Hawk Base on Instagram, Twitter, and, of course, follow us on Facebook as well as a UMES Hawk Sports page. But thank you again, both of you, for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, yeah. Of course.
Yeah.